What is up, everybody? The Red Dragon here, and we are taking a look at some Battlefield 3 Conquest. Now, this was taken last night from a live stream. Did you realize that this is Tehran Highway? And did you realize that this is the least popular map in Battlefield 3? That's according to one of the developers. Now, the way they determined popularity was they said, if so and so many players complete a round on this map, then they get that many points. So, anyway, when they added up all the points, apparently a lot of people quit out whenever it comes to Tehran Highway, or the map don't come up enough in the rotation. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, people aren't playing Tehran Highway. I don't know. I kind of like it. If you would have asked me what the most or the least popular map was in Battlefield, I really wouldn't know. I would probably think it was Nose Hair Canals, because everybody always quits out on that one, especially, you know, if you get the junk spawn point at the beginning. But anyway, that's what it is. This news coming from MP First, that website. They keep up with a lot of developers and the Twitter responses, and so I've got this news story actually on the front page of BattleStrats right now. So links in the description box if you want to check it out. The most popular map, would you guess this? Operation Metro. Yeah, so definitely, I don't think popularity means they like it more. I don't know why or how to explain it, but Operation Metro is definitely not my most favorite map. Next up in line, I believe, was Caspian Border, and what else did we have? I believe it was, the rest of them made sense. The rest of them was Caspian, Firestorm, and Karg Island. All three of those maps are good, and I figured those would be at the top. So what I want to know in the comment section is, what is your favorite map? What is your least favorite map whenever it comes to Battlefield 3? And what we got right now. And you can include the DLC that's already been released. Or not. Doesn't matter. Just let me know. Comment section below. Alright, so what you are checking out is a live stream from last night. We played from 12 a.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning. That's my time. That's Central Standard Time, U.S. We actually had a ball. We had a lot of fun playing Battlefield. We started off on Battlefield 3. We got several people in, and you know, I've covered a lot of games on this channel, so I wanted to actually play some, you know, different games from viewers who might be watching or didn't want to play Battlefield 3. So we actually jumped on Bad Company 2, and then we ended it off on Vietnam. So it was a lot of fun to jump on some of those older games to get back in and start playing a while. But 6 hours, yeah, that was a long night for me. The longest I've had for a while, and hopefully it won't be so long before I do it again, because we just had a blast doing it. And we had a pretty decent sized group, you know, stay almost the entire time, so it was really nice. And appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out the gameplay and also joining up the game. Let's see, more news. That same article I was referencing earlier, turns out, so we're waiting on a lot of different news when it comes to Battlefield. We haven't heard a lot in a while. Now the game's, you know, starting to get up there, 4 or 5 months old in age. We are waiting for an announcement on new DLC. We know that's coming. We just don't know when. We're also waiting to hear whenever this patch is going to be officially released. Now, there's a ton of things that have already been addressed supposedly in this patch, but they claim that they're not done with the list yet. So I'll also put up a list to that in the description box if you haven't seen that list yet. I haven't created a video going over it. There's really so much stuff there. I'm just going to have to sit down and scroll down and find out what I think is the most important and kind of go over that with you, so you kind of get an update. But if you want to read the full list, I'll put that off in the description box. So really the bottom line is we've got a lot of stuff that we are waiting for. The good news is that hopefully we are finally about to hear some real information. So MP First, in this article I'm linking, they've got a quote from one of the senior directors saying that they have a feeling next week's going to be a very, very, shall we say, rewarding week. That's his quote. So hopefully some real news coming out. Now the question is, what is the news? You know, all you can do is speculate at this point, and then place your bets, and next week come back and see if you were right. So we're waiting on DLC. Pretty sure we're going to hear something about that real soon. We're waiting on these patch notes. We're waiting on the patch notes to be finished and completed. They said not everything is on the list just yet, so they're still adding to it. So I'm sure we're going to find out the finishing notes on those and when they're coming. And then also, who knows what else could be in the wire that they're kind of, you know, keeping a lockdown on and making sure that they have a nice surprise for everybody. It's a possibility. It's also a chance that it doesn't exist. But there has been speculation and some statements being made pretty recently about, you know, the battle recorder, the spectator mode, whatever it is that you want to call it. The community manager has said, look, we hear your cries, we hear your calls. They can't confirm or deny that they're working on it, but they're at least acknowledging that they hear us loud and clear. So that's what you got to do. You know, you want something, you got to make your voice heard, let them know what's going on. Also, in other news, let's pull this up. I forgot. I believe it was called Battlefield Aftermath. It was like a game for some of the smartphones. Aftershock. Battlefield 3 Aftershock. But now the aftermath of Aftershock is that it's been permanently shelved. They pulled it from the market, so it's not available to play anymore. And you know, you want to know why they pulled it from the market? It's because the people voiced their opinion and they gave it low ratings. So you know how you can go in there and you rate apps. You can also rate games online. So you want to send a message to a publisher. That's what sells their games is ratings. So you know, I'm not calling for anything, any type of Occupy movement or anything. I'm just saying, you know, this is news, and so this is obviously something that they pay attention to, which is ratings. And if you really want to send a message to a publisher, that's where you hit them. Is you tell them that their game sucks right now. But you also reward them, and whenever they do good and they come out with a good game, then you tell them that. All right, so you give them props when props are due, and you give them hell when hell's due. But Aftershock, you know, I didn't play it, so I don't know nothing about it. Most of those games like that, though, that are on the smartphones or stuff. I don't play a lot of smartphone games or handheld games anyway. But a lot of games like that, like the Call of Duty and stuff that I have seen played, they sucked anyway. So I could understand why I got a bad rating. But you know, they pulled it because you know they don't want their reputation ruined either. So anyway, another little tidbit of Battlefield 3 news. So post it in the description box. Let me know what your favorite maps are. Also, let me know what you think the big announcement coming next week is. Do you think it's the DLC along with the patch? And do you think there's a possibility that we might see something that hasn't been really talked about by DICE officially yet? That does it for this video. If you want to check us out while we are streaming live next time, be sure you check out the links in the description box. Be sure you subscribe. That way you get updates, because I'll try to post small videos and then I'll delete them once we're done live streaming. But as long as you see the video on YouTube, we should still be there. So I'll try to keep an eye on that. That does it for this video. If you want more tips, tricks, hints, be sure you check out battlestrats.com. Check out the link in the description box. There's going to be several links there. Just check them all out. If you're bored, don't have much to do, I'm sure you have something to do, so you're not going to do it anyway. Most of you have probably already clicked off the video. But regardless, I'm still here talking. But I'm out. I mean it. Alright, guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching.